Now, before the death of the Queen, Princess Anne sat down with Chris Shipp, the ITV Royal Editor and Sunrise contributor.
Now, it was filmed in 2017. Anne opened up about her relationship with her mother, saying the Queen always led by example and understood what made society tick during her 7-decade reign.
The ability to have somebody who is kind of epitomises what you think your country stands for has always been a major ambition. And it's a huge advantage if you have somebody who can be recognised as that, and not just in your country, but around the world. You know, people don't change that much. I think they recognise those people whose commitment has been constant, and they know that those standards are not changing.
And she had that ability throughout her reign, didn't she, really to understand what society was thinking?
Yes, I think that's a remarkable skill, to know what the true values are and to stick with those, not worry too much about the things, the fashions, the things that come and go, and to understand what is the bedrock of society and what makes it tick, and people's relationships, which are fundamentally important.
You were growing up, and at some point you must have realised you were part of this family and everyone was looking at you. You've got to make your own way in the world, of course. What sort of advice do you get from the mother of the family? Well, or is she did she like you to find your own way? And
I think there was an element of finding your own way, but I mean, if you asked, you could certainly get help. There's nothing wrong in that. But the reason I'm smiling is that it always makes me laugh when you read in the newspapers, or you hear on the way that, of course, there will have been, people would have been prepared for this. I don't think so. It didn't happen. There is no manual in that respect. That it was about listening, and it was about learning on not making assumptions, and certainly not throwing your weight around.
So in other words, your mother set the example, and it was an example for you to follow, but she was always there should you need some advice, some guidance, some help.
If you had a question that was specific, and that was true of some events, that would certainly be necessary. But it was about getting the experience and going to the right places and following on and keeping your eyes and ears open to learn how to do it. But the watching and learning was not a bad way of doing it.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
Princess Anne talking about her mum.
I know, very open. And you sort of do expect them to have had more guidance, don't you, than what she seems to be saying.
Yeah.